my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos, knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slayer, pay what it cost for the tail, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Team set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Falcons at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
chance. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. And some space here. Touchdown, Falcons! James Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. To throw on 2nd down, Lacy. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off-play action. Lacy. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Looking to throw. Lacy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And some room to maneuver.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Always cost. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On the counter, this is Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go, set, yellow, 43.
Check, 93's the mic,
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Throwing to start the drive. Lacy. And his throw is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Off the play fake. Lacy.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Right there, 54, right there.
He finds his man, complete. That's Holloway. Room here to run. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9 now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They're going to try and throw. Eluding and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league. Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try for the first with Walker.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Down. Black 40.
Yeah. Hey, got tight left, tight left. You got 3 down. Check. Flag down.
Fight 60.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Ready, go.
And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Drill 52.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elam, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Lacy.
He completes this to Walker.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
3rd quarter begins with a run by Walker. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
And he's got Pierce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
33 yards that time.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the gun, it's Walker, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, Lacy. He finds his man, complete. It's Holloway.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Straight ahead, Walker. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And Walker once more. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Up the middle there, and the ball is knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now it's right. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Again, it's Walker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Let's go now.
13 yards remaining on second down.
It's outside, guys. It's outside. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the screen.
Right, right.
Watch the screen.
Ready, go.
They'll set up a throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Come on, Mike.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it, because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. The tight end in motion right.
Watch the eye. Shoot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
90 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
The slot man in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Set, ready. Ready, 38. Field, flat.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught at the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He's going to keep this again.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
And no, they can't connect on the pass, so that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Robinson's got it. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.